What's up, dudes? Because you're gonna win. Oh, but Gabe thinks the Dolphins are gonna win today. Oh. Oh. Really, Gabe? All right, man. We'll see, dude. Hopefully, I guess, for your sake, right? Lucky Gabe's going to the stadium. I have to go to Buffalo Wild Wings to watch the Dolphins beat my team. What, dude? I don't know, dude. I don't think I don't know, man. The Dolphins. That's gonna be rough, man. I don't know if they can beat the Bills. I just don't feel like that's gonna happen. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, I'm not trying to be like a downer for Gabe, but like just trying to think through it logically. You know, I don't know. I mean, and obviously, you know, people say, you know, you can, I mean, obviously it's just all speculation, right? You know, you never know. Any given Sunday, right, guys? Or any given Thursday, any given Monday. What's up, JJ, Marcus, Retro, Tyrod, Gabe, Donovan, and 4F. I don't know who you are. I think I know who you are, but it's me or Gabe Baker. Who do you like more? What do you mean? Well, dude, Gabe used to be a mod of mine, so, but you know what? He's not committed to me anymore, so I don't know, dude. Maybe I like you more now. He can't hear me anyway, so, yeah. All right, guys. So today we got two games. We got two games. We have Texans at Ravens and Patriots at Eagles, guys. None of these games really matter to me that much, except for Texans. I hope Texans win this game. I want the Texans to win this game, for only selfish reasons only, though. So, let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and start 3-minute bets, guys. Right now, first game, it's going to be 0 for Houston, 1 for Baltimore, 0 for Texans, 1 for Ravens. So again, I have slightly personal interest in this game, only because that dictates how much closer the division is for Cleveland. I'm in row 5 on the Dolphins side. It's gonna happen. What the heck, dude? So Gabe is saying that we should be able, if anyone's watching the Dolphins game and they happen to pan towards the Dolphins sideline, then you'll be able to see where he's at. We'll be able to see Gabe's ugly mug on TV. So just look for the ugliest kid you can in the crowd and be like, "Oh my God, that's Gabe." No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I feel like I've seen what Gabe looked like before, but you can't watch Dolphins versus Bills not on TV. Well, that's fine. I mean, they probably have it. It'll probably be on Red Zone if, you know, either team scores or is in, you know, the Red Zone, of course. I'm sitting here live in Nissan Stadium. What are you talking about? We have a bye week, but still. Whatever. Marcus, you're so weird, dude. You're so weird, man. You're so weird. All right, guys. Less than a minute and a half left for bets. We're going to go ahead and move this up. Advance here so we get these games started. So they say overcast for this game. Here we go. Let's get this game started. Game 1 of 2, guys. Oh shit. Oh shit. They show Myles Garrett. That's right. That's right, dude. Way to start things off right, guys.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL.
Tell us the story from last night.
Coming up, we'll see third-year quarterback Deshaun Watson
I did.
and the Houston Texans.
Mason Rudolph has brain damage now. No, he does not. Well, you know what?
With that, let's get up to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. There to call all the action. We welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
You know what, Tanner? I might agree with you a little bit there on that one. And I'll tell you why.
Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes. You've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
So here's
all right, so
to do the honors.
After all that nonsense,
Bank Stadium. This will be back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes.
Oh yeah, so Tanner, I kind of agree with you though, dude, because
it's a man that's run wild here in the first half of the season, Charles. Lamar
oh my gosh.
Certainly ran wild against the Bengals, and so many people will keep talking about that 47-yard touchdown run. Forget so many people. We'll all talk about it. Full spin, about 15 yards downfield, takes it to the house, 47 yards, touchdown.
Are we talking about a running back here? Oh wait, no, we're supposed to be talking about a quarterback. So these guys are way too excited. Way too excited. Calm yourself. So I think. Oh, nice stuff. So I think Mason Rudolph does have brain damage, guys, mainly because you know, after the game, he seemed to forget that he started the whole thing by trying to rip off Myles Garrett's helmet. Like, remember his post-game interview, he said Myles Garrett did everything. But then, like, later, I think his memory might be coming back to him, because just the other day he then said, oh yeah, I kept going at him. So first it was, no, he just kept saying stuff to me and wouldn't leave me alone, basically trying to play like pretend like he got raped or something like that. To that, oh my God. To then it was, oh, well, you know, yeah, I kept going at him. And they were like, well, why? Well, because, you know, he ripped my helmet off, so I kept, like, going at him. It's like, okay, so then where's his fine? Or where's his suspension then? Because he was trying. I mean, and if we're gonna suspend people based on what could have happened, then Mason Rudolph could have actually maybe got a swing in at Myles Garrett. He could have actually. It looked to me like he was trying to poke him in his eyes or some shit like that, but.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now, 3rd and long.
No, he didn't get anything from that, dude. He hit with the bottom of his helmet. That shit has like the padding part on it. Going deep and oh my God, how do you? Oh, he drops it. Wait, what? Okay. Hold on a second there. Hold on a second there. Let me see this again. Oh, okay. Then he drops it. I thought he dropped it. JJ, come on. What is this? What is this? What is it? The guy didn't even jump up to defend it. Who is this guy? This guy's a nobody. Wow, Donovan, really? This is Madden. It's a video game, dude. I'd like to see him actually complete one of those passes in real life. Those passes in real life are overthrown or underthrown or defensed or intercepted. Oh, an eligible receiver downfield. Wow, okay. Somehow that happened.
Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys.
Baker, I feel like Pouncey deserved 1 or 2 games because 3. No, I mean no, because you know what? He got in there and he laid down on top of Myles and was like swinging, dude. I'm pretty sure that was him that was doing that, not like some dude who was just like, well, he was just trying to hold them back. That's different if he was just holding them back. But when he like laid down on top of Myles and was like trying to go full UFC on his ass, you know, that was when it was over for him. Yeah, I think if I was Cleveland, I'd be petitioning that Mason Rudolph should be getting a game at least.
For good measure.
You know, again, like if you're trying to just keep the peace, then keep the peace, you know? That kind of hit would cause a fight in Madden? No, I don't know. I don't think so.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10.
Wow, man, you guys allowed them to run that on you? Bullshit, dude. Ingram wish he could run that good.
A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
Ingram actually a beast. Okay, I'm going to have to go back to the Browns game. What happened in that game? I didn't see no beast in that game. I saw a HB that got shut down. I saw an HB that got hit so hard he ended up fumbling and turning the ball over. I didn't see any beast in that game. I saw a game where the Browns said, you know what, we're going to make Lamar Jackson try to beat us. And he had plenty of opportunities. He had plenty of opportunities to try to beat him. And what did he do? Well, yeah, but you're saying you can't say you can't sit here and say that, like, you're trying to say, oh, he's a beast. But I mean, if you're going to be that, you need to be at least reasonably consistent, right? I mean, wow, he finally beat me. JJ's too excited. Consistency, guys. All I see here is people bandwagoning. I just see people bandwagoning Baltimore. That's what I see. That's all I see.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their
bandwagoning the wrong team, guys. Bandwagoning the wrong team.
Guy from Clemson in his 3rd year, Deshaun Watson.
I give credit. No, the thing is, dude, I'm not gonna give anyone credit for anything, because the only reason why you don't see me doing that is because everyone who makes statements about Lamar Jackson, or people make these generic statements about performance, like, was it certain people saying, oh, Lamar Jackson is an elite QB, or Lamar Jackson is the GOAT. Those are the kind of things I hear. So you're not going to hear me agree with any of that stuff, because I've explained why. So if someone said, like, oh, I noticed in this one game, like, he did this, like, pretty well. That's one thing, right? That's if we're talking about a specific game or specific things. But no, I didn't say you. I'm just saying that those are some of the things I said. So if there were different things that people were saying that were more reasonable, then we can discuss those things and have maybe the conversation's different. Maybe I'm a little bit more positive sounding about it than anything. But look at Duke Johnson or Hyde. Oh my God, Duke's taking shots. Yeah, Hyde. Go figure. You only bring up well, because for people who said, oh, Lamar Jackson can make deep throws. Well, what did he do in the Browns game? He had like 5 possessions where he could have helped his team come back and win. And what did he do in all those possessions? Turnover on downs, threw the wrong route. I mean, again, if you want to say, like, oh yeah, he's really a good QB, I mean, then you would have excelled in those situations. You would have made the best of those situations. But the Browns forced him to throw, and he could not throw. Again, that's my proof. That is my proof in the season when they were healthy to be able to do something, and he failed. So I mean, again, like, if you want credit, then you got to earn it. Dude, I know.
So let's all work together on this one, because it's natural to just watch the football
It's not even just one game though. That's been a pretty consistent thing. Lamar Jackson overthrows people on deep routes. That's not just one game where he did that, dude. He overthrows or can't make the throw at all.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the
Oh, play action. Oh God. Oh, down goes Watson. Down goes Watson.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifts.
And I think you guys keep failing to. I think you guys keep failing to understand that it's going to be It's very difficult for me to say anything positive about Baltimore. You guys do have to remember that there is bad blood there. You know, it's different if you're not a Browns fan, then you don't understand. So you can't quite possibly understand like the way I feel about that situation with Baltimore. So like you can't really completely understand how, you know, what that is unless you're in that situation.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
JJ, I'd say that Mayfield is in his 2nd season, so you can't judge a quarterback based on only being in the league for 2 seasons.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
That's why, like, whoever said something about Mahomes being... Oh, that was you, JJ, who said Mahomes is an elite QB. He's been in the league for 3 seasons. You can't say that based on that because elite QBs can do a lot with little as well. So, I mean, Mahomes has been very fortunate. So you can't judge Lamar. Well, hold on a second. But then you can't come in here and say Lamar's the GOAT. You can't say Lamar's an elite QB. You can't say grand things like that about a quarterback who's only been in the league for 2 seasons. So just to say that, you can't have it both ways, man. You can't have your cake and eat it too.
Both with pass rush and against the run. Brandon Williams went to his first Pro Bowl at the end of the 2018 season.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
You wish the Bills had a huge rival. What are you talking about? Touchdown, Texans. Seam route right there for the tight end.
For a Texans touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board.
I don't know, Donovan. I mean, it's definitely not early in your career. Like, you know, you can't because you can have some success right away, but you have to start to see how.
Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just
Oh,
did.
really? Oh, that's interesting. Because I could have swore that after week 1, everyone was saying Hollywood Brown was the GOAT, and like he was the greatest receiver of all time. And then magically, the guy disappeared because he's not really a good wide receiver. But I remember week 1, everyone was saying that he was, you know, a great wide receiver, and he was so awesome. You know, I remember certain people, even I think here, saying stuff like that about him. Right? I thought that was their number 1. I thought he was so good. Right? I mean, I thought they were going to the Super Bowl because of him. No, JJ, I'm being facetious there with what I'm saying, because I'm just elaborating or rewinding everyone back to the week 1 win over Miami or whatever the hell it was. Yeah, Miami, right? Week 1. When everyone was like, "Oh my God, the Ravens Super Bowl!" Oh. Sorry, you can't tell. Wow, I'd say my sarcasm is pretty damn thick right about now. It's about as thick as it gets. You know, everyone was, "Oh, Hollywood Brown! Oh my God, the greatest wide receiver of all time."
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last
But I'm just saying that you can't base it, because like your first several years is just you showing like you figuring out the game, you starting to develop as a quarterback. Baker wish Lamar was his QB? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I do never wish that guy would be on the Browns. Absolutely not, Mike. That is far from the truth, dude. I would take Baker Mayfield any day over Lamar Jackson. Nope. Definitely not. because Lamar's not going to last in the league very long. Once they start catching on more to him running, and they start getting more spies on him, and that dude starts taking more big hits because he doesn't know how to slide, his career in the NFL is not going to be very long. Jesus.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
Yeah, Mike, but guess what? If he can't throw, like he can't, then it doesn't matter how many receivers are open. He can't even hit them.
Replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012.
But I have to ask this though. I mean, if nobody can stop him, then how do they have 2 losses? If nobody can stop him, I have to ask that, because if nobody can stop them, then they shouldn't lose any game.
A lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They run. It's Mark Ingram, and he still has yet to get on
Peyton
in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play.
No one can stop his running ability? I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, like I said, eventually the dude's going to take... Remember, he's only in Season 2, and as he continues to take more and more hits, he's going to start learning more and more that that's not the way to play the game. He's gonna end up like Michael Vick did. Remember? Michael Vick eventually took too many damn hits. But I think he was a little bit more cautious about his running. Eventually, you're going to have to learn how to throw. I mean, if you can't throw, then you're not going to make it. That's the bottom line.
That one goes for 30 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? Guy who caught it or ran it. But
I feel like we're really coming together and making a better community with this conversation. Jan? Who the hell is Jan?
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Your new name is Jan.
From the gun, Jackson. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field.
Jan Cena? Jan Cena? No, it's Juan. His name is Juan, dude. You asked this girl to rate you 1 out of 10. You already know you got 11.
Now for the extra point.
So double break, dude. I don't really care about perfect passer rating. I mean, you don't expect a quarterback to have quarterback's not gonna have a perfect passer rating every single week. At the end of the day, a perfect passer rating, how much does it really matter? I mean, it doesn't necessarily affect the game. I mean, sure, it might statistically, it might show like, hey, you had a good game. Okay. But, you know, you could have a perfect passer rating and not win a game. So, I mean, there's that. Well, I think everyone knows how I feel about Myles Garrett. I don't think his suspension was. I think his suspension was too long. And I don't think Mason Rudolph got long enough.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston.
I don't think Mason Rudolph got enough. Like, he needed to get suspended at least 1 game for instigating the fight, for trying to rip off Myles Garrett's helmet. Like, I still can't believe that the NFL didn't, like, say, like, dude, like, what the hell are you doing? Like, just like, I don't even know. I thought he was getting fined or something like that. But that to me is like a slap on the wrist. That's like, oh, so that's okay that you're allowed to start something that led into that, and you kept jawing with the guy. You kept going after him after he had already ripped your helmet off, and you were just an incompetent moron. Like, you should just be suspended for incompetence.
Watson now to throw. It's complete to Fuller. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there.
Well, you know, and I also think to some extent the reason why Steelers fans are so mad is because they're mad about that, but they're also mad about the fact that they just watched their team get embarrassed on the national stage. Because honestly, that was with the last 8 seconds in the game. So, like, that had no bearing on the game at all. That had zero bearing on the game. It had zero determination on the outcome of that game. The Steelers got embarrassed and manhandled on Thursday night. And the Steelers fans, they are crying little babies. They are crying so much. Oh my God, he hit him too hard. And it's like, you know what? Honestly, dude, they obviously haven't been paying attention to their own team in the past, because their own team has been full of cheap shot artists for years who have taken shots at Browns players that have been, like, to me, suspendable offenses. But they seem to not recall those situations, which is humorous to me. Like, oh, they hit Juju too hard to the side of the head and concussed him, and freaking, I mean, the Browns, like, concussed, like, literally every single one of their reasonable players. You know, they knocked Connor out of the game, and they knocked Juju out of the game. I mean, obviously there was a focus there on playing hard. No, they should not fire Kitchens. That's absurd to even say that. I think the only reason why people want to see that is because they're not bad enough to be really that bad, but they're not good enough right now to be really that great, but they're good enough to win games. And for all the doubters, everyone on Thursday was like, "Oh no, the Browns lose this game. The Browns lose this game easily." They absolutely did not double break. That is absurd to even say that as well. Everyone was going against them on Thursday. Had said they had no chance to win that game, and they controlled that whole game. They absolutely controlled that whole game. And all the people who were talking shit on Thursday before the game, oh, it was fun responding to YouTube comments that day saying, "Oh, where's everyone at now?" All these people saying they weren't going to do anything. I'm like, where's everyone at now? All of a sudden, these comments got quiet.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Well, they're going to keep on going, man. They're going to keep on going because now, remember, now the Browns get the Ravens. They're on the Ravens' easy schedule. So remember, the schedules have flipped. Now the Ravens actually play teams with defenses and stuff like that. Yeah, obviously they have some reasonably easy ones sprinkled throughout there, but now the Browns get the rest of. Remember, Browns have 5 divisional games, or now they have 4 divisional games left. They've won 2 of them. If they win, they could win all 6 of those games.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability.
That's part of the second half.
Balance with what they're doing.
Killed. No, not killed. The Browns hurt themselves against New England because beyond turnovers, the Browns were well in that game until the end of the game. So, no, they did not get killed by the Pats. I think you were watching a different game. Oh, what position do you play? What position do you play for Baltimore, dude? I don't think I saw your name. I don't think I saw you on the field that day. Are you a water boy or something? What part of the organization are you? Oh, well then there's no we then, because you're not on the team, dude. I think cheerleader. He's secretly a cheerleader.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about.
He's the ugly one on the field. I can't show that comment, Tyrex. You get timed out. Oh my god. You're a 14-year-old boy cheerleader? Okay, well you heard it here first, guys. Double Break is officially a 14-year-old male cheerleader. Alright, the kick is up and it is good. So 14-10 game. Well, and that's what I'm saying, dude. Like the Browns, like again, like they. So, but you notice, let's keep in mind. So the last 3 games the Browns have played, they have 0 turnovers. Because clearly the focus has been don't turn the ball over, and that's because that's the thing that's killed them the first half of the season. That was the thing that killed them the first half of the season, was those turnovers, and that's what killed them against New England. Because if had they not turned the ball over 3 times against New England at least, then that game is a completely different story. It absolutely is. Because New England couldn't do anything against Cleveland without those turnovers.
Good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He's played a pretty clean.
What do you mean you want to watch the Browns Ravens game? We already have one installment under our belts. We saw what happened. And the next one, remember, the next one's in Cleveland. So let's keep that in mind too. Remember, because I mean, it may be hard to remember that because at the end of the game in Baltimore, there were nothing but Browns fans here, and on the cameras, all you heard was "Here we go, Brownies! Here we go! Hoo hoo!" I saw, and there were no Ravens fans left at that game.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Jackson. And he's going to keep it here. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39. Everyone in this stadium knows Jackson can do that as well as any QB in the league. They talked about limiting some of his running this year, especially the design runs, but he's still going to scramble when he feels he has green in front of him. He led all quarterbacks last year, 690.
So let's see. So they played the Steelers, which is meh. They played the Bengals. Okay, so that's 2 wins. So 2 terrible teams wins. And then you had the Seahawks, which was, again, that was all defensive, so that had nothing to do with Lamar in that game, really. Russell Wilson had a bad game that game, so that's 3. And that was right. That was like literally the week after, or the week after the Browns played them too, which I don't like when they do that.
Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. Right hash, 37-yard attempt.
And then the Bengals again. Okay, really? Like, dude, no. You cannot be sitting here saying, I mean, aside from the Seahawks and the Ravens, like, come on, dude. Aside from the Seahawks and the Ravens, like, maybe. The other 3 games, come on, they played the Bengals twice. They played the Bengals twice and the Steelers once. That's 3 out of 5 wins. I mean, that's hardly like I'm not that impressed with those. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm impressed with those 3 games. I'll give you credit for I'll give you credit for the Patriots, but. And the Seahawks, I guess. But not, I can't give credit for the Bengals nor the Steelers. Those are just 2 easy games. Yeah, but my dude, listen to this. I'm gonna give you an interesting stat. The Browns lost by 6 against Seattle, right? They turned the ball over 5 times.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Likely time for just one.
All right, you know what, dude? I'm getting rid of you again, dude. If you want to keep talking like that, fuck off, man. Bye. I'm not taking your shit in here. Again, you want to come in here and flex? Yeah, my team, we beat the Bengals, man. The team that hasn't won any games, we beat them twice. Yeah, we're awesome. We beat the Steelers, a mediocre team at best right now. Yeah, we're awesome. Woo!
Welcome everybody to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports halftime report.
Man, we crushed the Dolphins. Oh man.
And you gotta expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action,
we're going to the Super Bowl. We beat the Dolphins. Yay!
Okay, coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set.
Sorry, you want credit for what your team's doing, but you don't want to give credit back. So you need to slow up, dude. If you want to keep talking, you want to keep trying to throw in those jabs and talk trash, but you don't want to be able to be. You don't want to allow your team to be criticized at all either. So you just need to go away, dude. Even the Bills beat the Bengals. Well, I mean, everyone's beat the Bengals so far. So right now, dude, the Browns have just as good enough chance as anyone to get to the playoffs. Again, they've got 4 divisional games, 2 of them against the Bengals. Then you've also got the Steelers and the Ravens again, which they've beat both of those teams already once this season. So there's no reason to believe that they can't beat them again. So you keep talking that trash, my dude. You keep talking that trash, man.
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Watson, and this is caught by Fells, right side. And from the 25, they worked this to the 20.
When the Browns played the Ravens, who was the home team, that game was in Baltimore.
It's second down.
That game was in Baltimore.
I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one score away
got ankled.
right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Bye-bye.
The Ravens bring out an extra
Yeah, you could have sworn that by the end of the game that they were at a home game, because remember, like I said, the self-proclaimed GOAT by Ravens fans had at least 4 opportunities to bring his team back into the game when they were down just like 25-18 or whatever. And I remember seeing, oh, he's throwing deep to the end zone, intercepted by Cleveland. And then again, deep, intercepted by Cleveland. And then I think after the second one, I think that's when we started seeing the fans leave the stadium, because they knew at that point that their quarterback is not good enough to mount that type of comeback, because that would require him to be able to throw deep down the field, and his attempts to do so were all unsuccessful. That's when you saw the Ravens fans leaving, because they're clearly very loyal to their team. I mean, they would normally stay there to the end, if it's beneficial to them. But when they were losing, I mean, they certainly weren't there to support their quarterback then, but they seem to be being very fair weather, I would say.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there.
So, I mean, if you want to, I think you use air quotes when you say fans, because of stuff like that. True fans don't abandon their team regardless of how good or bad they're doing. But in that game, that whole fan base gave up on their quarterback.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver.
Oh, a dislike. Oh no, man. I'm hurt. I'm hurt because YouTube truly.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Because I truly care about that. You know, YouTube seriously. You know, when you get a dislike, they all freak out.
On first down, Watson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. And that'll bring up
You keep creating your fake accounts, dude. I mean, this is coming from the guy who's like, oh, no, I just want to be normal. I just want to have civil discussion.
You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
I want to have a normal discussion, Baker. Please don't ban me. You know, I won't do it. It's not worth it. Blah blah blah. But then you come here and you continue to do it. So I mean, that's why I didn't unban you, because I know that you're gonna keep being an idiot.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard.
So you keep creating your fake accounts, man. All it's doing is giving me views, man. That was your other one. So bye bye.
On third down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
You want to see another Dolphins win today? See, I don't know, dude. I feel like you want Buffalo to win, man. Like, I feel like you want Buffalo to win this game. Because, I mean, you need someone who's going to be nipping at the heels of New England. Something to kind of keep them. I mean, of course I didn't want them to win against Cleveland, but, you know, I don't, like, aside from that, like, that, I don't, you know, we need someone else in that division to be competitive. I mean, and they're the closest thing to competitive this season than all the other teams, right? I mean, New York's not going to get there. I mean, is it possible? I don't know, maybe, but... Man, guys, all I can say is that the hate for Cleveland is real this year. I don't know what it is, but man, I thought people really hated Cleveland before, but man, people really hate Cleveland this season. And that was even prior to Thursday night. People really hate Cleveland. I don't know why. I think people just do not want to see Cleveland be successful at all.
No doubt about it. Watch him maneuver in the pocket, out of the pocket.
I think it's just because people just love the hate, man. People love to keep people love to keep like a team down.
Keep up with you. Those legs,
it's like kicking a team when they're down. Like, you know, don't you think Cleveland and the fans have been through enough? I mean, you already saw an unwinnable season or unwinning season. I mean, I think that's enough. I think there's enough torture, don't you? I mean, but man, people were still just like, oh, no, don't win. Don't win. That's the thing. That's what I feel like happened on Thursday, too, is that there's so many people that were just mad about the fact that this isn't the status quo team anymore, where it's like, oh, they should just lose to Pittsburgh. They should just lose to Pittsburgh, you know. People get too used to that shit. And when the Browns, when they're winning games that people don't think they should be winning, then it's like people get mad. It's kind of like being in politics, you know, when you got, like, the Browns are the progressives of the NFL right now. People don't like to see progressive ideas. They're not used to it, so they're like, why are you doing this to us?
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield.
That's funny, JJ. I was getting him at the same time. Although I don't think YouTube allows double bans anymore. That's happened, but thank you for that, JJ.
To go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another big gainer that time.
Yes, double ban for him. Do you know who Doxson? Isn't Doxson, wasn't he a wide receiver for Washington?
Going to make that defense stand up and stop him.
Who the hell is this? Oh, so here, did you guys see Adam Scheffler's tweet from or Ian Rappaport's tweet from an hour ago? It says, as Browns DE Myles Garrett gets set to appeal his lengthy suspension, one source said an argument will be that the CBA does not allow for indefinite suspensions for on-field acts. Garrett will hope for a finite number as well as a reduction.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off.
Rulings for ban appeals expected by Wednesday.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
You didn't know Google allowed you to have that many accounts? Well, you can create, I mean, you just create a bunch of sub-accounts, essentially. But that's still BS that Mason Rudolph only got fined. That's a bunch of nonsense, if you ask me. That dude needs suspended if they're trying to prove a point. But I showed you guys in Discord that other night that play where that dude from that one game in NFL took off the dude's helmet and swung it at him and like clocked him in the, like looked like he clocked him in the face with it.
And leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made.
You would have said this game should have been on Sunday Night Football. This game, maybe. Rudolph got himself hit. Well, I mean, he certainly. Oh yeah, he plays for the Vikes now, and he's coming off IR. Oh wow, okay. Rudolph got himself hit. Well, he did. Like, remember, he was the one for the longest time that didn't admit to. He didn't admit to playing any role in starting the whole thing.
You have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth.
Fast flexes, I know, right? Well, I mean, I'm not even gonna say anything. I don't want to say too much right now. I'll say it maybe at the end of the stream. I don't know. Your finger don't tap fast. Well, I mean, remember, I'm also on PC as well, so I see it come up and I can just click on it and take care of it real fast. But yeah, remember, Rudolph eventually admitted that, oh yeah, well, yeah, I kept getting in his face because, you know, he did that to me. And it's like, you know what, the NFL should have pushed that, because honestly, he could have been the quote-unquote bigger man and walked away, but instead he wasn't. He wanted to keep instigating. And you know he was doing that shit on purpose. Because like I said, that's the same thing you see in other after the play type scrums, is someone goats someone else into doing something stupid, and then they throw their hands up like, oh, I didn't do anything, I didn't play any part in that. You see that shit all the time in NFL, and that is exactly what Mason Rudolph did after that play. So that tells me that he was trying to get him to do something, and that, to me, should be suspendable. Oh my god, how are you letting this bum run all over you, dude? Mark Ingram wish he could run this much. Too many wide open running lanes. Like, he didn't get touched until he was in the secondary that time. Well, he knew what he was doing too. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, that's why I feel like he should have been. That's why I feel like he should have gotten more than just a fine, because he knew what he was doing. He was trying to get him to react. Yeah, exactly. It would just happen. I mean, and honestly, that could have not happened if all Pittsburgh did. All they had to do, look, the game was over. It was 21-7. You had 8 seconds left, or maybe just slightly more before that all unfolded. Take a fucking knee. They were calling timeouts and shit. You had no chance of winning that game. No chance of winning that game. Take a knee and just call it. It was over. But no, they wanted to keep trying to act like they had a chance. They did not have a chance. They were done. They were manhandled. It was not going to happen.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away.
Who are the Gophers, anyways?
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Donovan. Like, they could have just easily just take a knee. The game's over. I mean, just run out the clock. Play another, let yourself play another down later on. Live to see another down, but resim J.J. Watt is playing. Uh-oh. Are we sure he's not in here already, though? Dude, J.J. Watt's got to be careful. Was he in? So I take it he was injured again? I wouldn't take a knee if I was losing 52. Yeah, but you do, because there's no point. Like, the game's over at that point. Like, clearly, if there's 15 seconds left in the game, maybe, it's over. Watt got injured like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Dude, I mean, oh, he's in the game. Well, what are you talking about, dude? I don't know. That's up to Madden. If he was out, then he should be out. I'm pretty sure that may just be he was in as a backup or something, because Madden's weird like that.
So Deshaun Watson in the offense. Down by 11. A minute 54 on the clock.
I thought you were saying that he was magically coming back and playing somehow.
As they've got it 1st down. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6.
You read your clock wrong by an hour? What the? Okay, that's... I'm not sure how that happens. It had a 1 in front of it. You're like, all I saw was the first one. Wow, what is that, guys? My goal is to become a mod before I graduate high school. Really? Wow.
For some reason, it seems to
no
work
analog clock.
Downfield, or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't
What's
it?
up,
But
Amon?
in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized. Executed well, and you caused a
Oh, he's going deep. Oh, Hopkins wide open. How did he get that wide open?
Deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50.
Oh, 4. Sorry. Why do they both have to have hair that look the same? You know what? I think they do. Oh shit! Amon hit 300 hours, guys. What the hell? Oh my god! How does that happen? You literally just showed up, and then all of a sudden you hit 300. But then you're over 300 somehow. So how is that possible? I didn't think you were here yesterday at all. Guys, spam some party hats or whatever. Show some love to Amon. Oh, get him out of bounds. Oh yes, he got out of bounds. Nice stab. Show some love to Amon, guys, for hitting 300 hours on the channel. Thank you, Amon, so much, dude. I appreciate it very much, man.
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make
What the hell is that, JJ? And why is it all like? Why are the freaking letters so small? What the hell is that? So guys, I found out when Amon says that he's on break and he's working, I found out what Amon does for work. I found out what his day job is. Thanks. Well, I mean, that's 300 hours over the course of like what, at least a few years, right? I mean, so I wasn't 38 that whole time though, right? I was 37 at some part of that, I believe. I had a dream that I became a mod, and for some reason Baker blew up, had 20 million subs, and I became the coolest kid in school. What the hell? I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Maybe even 36. Oh, man. Could have been, yeah. If it was back from 2016, then sure. Or 2017. If you guys were watching me in 2017, then I was definitely 36. End zone. Oh, out of bounds. Well, this game's pretty much over now. Unfortunately, JJ, you know what? Texans better win this game, man. No one. The only way anyone would have known me when I was 36 is if anyone was watching the simulations I was posting to YouTube, like at the end of 2016, before I decided to do live streams. It is going to be close. I hope not, dude. I want to see Texans just like pounce on these guys. We have watched enough streams for 12.5 straight days. Wow. Baker wants a 59-0. Yes, I do. I want to see them beat the Ravens like the Ravens beat the Dolphins. So that everyone can say, oh, the Ravens the new Dolphins? Confirmed? Why did someone send me a message on Instagram?
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Watson.
Touchdown.
And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The heck?
And there's going to be a stoppage here.
Another blue review. Imagine being suspended trying to help someone put their helmet back. I know, dude, right? For real, man. Like, why is the NFL like so up in arms about? Why are they so up in arms about someone trying to help someone else?
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count.
Imagine watching a 37-year-old man for 12.5 straight days and not being a mod. Wow, dude. Make Amon a mod. That sounds so weird. Amon a mod. Oh, 2-point conversion. Wow.
And with it, they're back within a field goal. So a crucial 2-point conversion there, but that's just part one.
Guys, you can't, but everyone can't be a mod. First off, a mod's like, you know, he's not really here that much anymore, first off. So we try to make mods. Your gym teacher called you a mod. What the? Oh, that's funny. Wow. And then if everyone was a mod, then we would have like no one here who's not a mod.
So the clock sits at 16 seconds.
But where's Preston? You know, that's a great question. It's a great question. Well, they got 3 timeouts left. I mean, and JJ is football. I know. Make Tyrod Taylor a mod. Oh God. Make only Amon a mod. Wow. Well, we can't do that.
The data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when
but you can't allow that on first down. Really? I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Well, but we have, there's 2 mods right now, right? At least. Yeah, I know. We used to have, but there was also a lot more. We also had more people watching too, though. Remember? Wait, why did they? Oh, I guess I see it. Until I had my little hiatus, so we had more people consistently watching too, though. So it was sort of warranted. I need to get back to that.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final time.
I mean, I swear before, I think it was like when we'd start streaming, there'd be like 30 people here or something. I felt like it was something like that. Somewhere between 20 and 30.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on third.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just, again, like, that's what happens, man. Just like with any broadcasting platform, if you stop, if you stop being consistent, then people, like, once they don't, like, I get it, because once people don't watch you, like, once you break habits are easy to develop, and they're hard to, I don't know, they're easy to develop, and they're also easy to break, too, though. So, once people get used to watching you, and then they're like, oh, well, I just show up every day and watch, and that's kind of like my new habit. Well, then once they don't watch one day, then they're like, well, oh, I mean, I guess I could go without watching him again, or this person again, another day, and then next thing you know, like, they don't come back. So, I mean, that's... Baby Marcus is not a mod, no.
So that'll do it for my partner.
Make Baby Marcus a mod. No, man. Well, look, he's not even here right now. So
this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here, as we say.
If anyone deserves mod, it's him. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe. Oh hell no, Tyrod. He's like, oh hell no. Oh hell no. Look, how did he have? He had 100% completion percentage. Lies. Oh, lies. Although Baker had 100% for Thursday's game too, so that was interesting. Let's surprise him next time he shows up. No. The chaos that would happen. All right, so let's move to the next game. Excuse me. I went to bed really late last night. It was like almost 3 o'clock in the morning by the time I went to bed last night. And Preston I think it was 3 o'clock. Maybe it was 2 o'clock. I feel like it was like closer to 3 though. That's weird. I felt like when I simmed this game the other day that the Steelers were like rated 80 and the Browns were 79. I don't know. How would there be chaos? Because it's Baby Marcus. How would there not be chaos? All right, so let's set the next game up here. Eagles and Patriots. There we go. Wow, the Eagles are rated 87 overall. How's that even possible? I don't know, man. And go figure, the week that President decides not to show up on a Sunday morning is the day that we're doing a Patriots-related simulation. All right, guys. So let's do 3-minute bets. Here we go. So it's 0 for New England, 1 for Philadelphia, 0 for Patriots, 1 for Eagles. So remember, New England coming back from a bye week this week, guys. New England was on a bye week last week. So yeah. Oh, and Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition is officially out. I need to actually spend some time messing around with that game today. That was intentional. Tank. Okay. Interesting. What's up, alarm clock man? Oh, now you woke up? Wow. Donovan, why do you use your mod? Oh yeah, because he is one half of the tag team champions. By the way, guys, I got some. I got a. Well, I don't want to say surprise. I mean, because I don't want it to make it sound like over promise excitement. But the next time we do YCW, there's a couple of things that will be a little different. So I spent some time last night working on some YCW stuff. I haven't worked on the storylines for the week yet. I've worked on some cosmetic stuff, and it's so I'll just say that. Then I was like 10 minutes late to stream, so I missed the bets for the first game. Oh, okay, all right, man, cool. Well, it's nice seeing you back here, dude. All right, so this game is supposed to be overcast as well. And this is a 4 o'clock game, or 4:25 technically, but, you know, Madden doesn't have that. So we have overcast, 4:25, 5-minute quarters. Boom, let's go. Let's go. Let's do it. You need to make me. Need to make you what? Oh, in the game. I mean, if you want to be in the game, I guess, dude, we could do that. That's fine. Because we did lose someone. Someone died. I mean, if you didn't hear that storyline already, someone actually died in YCW. So, they had to be put down because they were too stupid. So Tyrod, you have to give me what wrestler do you want to be based off of? No, Tyrod, it doesn't mean you have to play a game, but it would be helpful if you actually come watch The Sims, though. If you're not here, then I wanted people to be in there to actually watch the YCW's the matches and stuff. I always get Gamer and Amon mixed up. Seems like they're the same person. Yeah, Amon just leaves. Gamer shows up. What's up, Gamer? How was your football game last night? Who died? I thought you were there to see it. I'm not gonna give them any credit. I'm not mentioning names. You have to watch the simulation prior to the pay-per-view. It's like in the first 10 minutes of the freaking thing that the explanation was made. So you can't be based on Stone Cold because Stone Cold was already used. So you have to have every character is based on someone unique. So you have to be based on someone who hasn't already been used. So Stone Cold's definitely already been used. That's who Charmander's based off of. Although, you know what? I kind of feel like I should take him out. But
here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from
has Dean Ambrose been used? I don't think so, actually. This is 2K19, so he's still in the game, so it's possible that you can use him. And I'm sure you know that Dean Ambrose doesn't wrestle for WWE anymore, just so that's clear.
Can he keep doing this? Is this the year the dynasty crumbles? And every year Brady comes out and leads his team to the Super Bowl. They've been there now 3 years in a row, and only one team has made it 4. That's the Buffalo Bills. But remember, they lost all 4 in the early 90s. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James.
You worked till 11. Oh, that's right. That was Friday night. You had your football game, right? That wasn't last night, right?
In the regular season last year, so their last official bout was in Super Bowl 52 in Minneapolis. Everybody remembers that one with the Eagles staking claim to their first ever title, and the Philly special went down in football history with
oh God, the Philly special.
From Trey Burton in the end zone. What a game that was.
Sounds sexual. Dean or Bray Wyatt? Yeah, I don't think there's no one based on Bray Wyatt. And there's no one based on Dean, so you have to pick which one you want. Exactly, Donovan. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, baby, you want the Philly special? You know, have you ever seen that movie? It's called Movie 43. It's got that lady in there. I forget her name. She's a good actress, but I somehow I don't remember her name. She was in Scary Movie. Her name was like Cindy in Scary Movie 2. She's the one who has that good scream. She's got like the either blonde, like short blonde or brown hair. She was in that movie, and you know, like just the opening sequence is just hilarious. Like she's at the park with her boyfriend, and the guy's like getting ready. He wants to propose to her, and so they're sitting there laying in a picnic basket, and oh my gosh, oh throws, whoa, what the hell was that? Oh, Brady tried the 360 no scope and that failed. They're laying it next to the picnic basket, and then they both at the same time say, "Hey, oh, I have something I want to tell you," or something along those lines.
Really came out in the playoffs, scored the only touchdown in the Super Bowl win over the Rams.
So
expect bigger and better from Sony Michel moving forward.
Joke's on you, man. Joke's on you. All right, play action. Looking. Oh my gosh, almost picked off. So the guy goes, okay, well you first. You tell me your thing first. And then she's like, okay. And then she goes, can you poop on my chest or something like that? I think this is like, or can you poop on me? And he goes, what? The guy's like, what? I mean, he just kind of, he's like in disbelief. She's like, I want you to poop. And he's like, what did you say? She goes, I want you to poop on me. And he's like, what? And he's like, hold on, what? I can't, what are you saying? She's like, yeah. She's like, and he's like, he kind of laughs. She's like, what? She's like, it's not funny. It's like, wow, dude. Like, that's just like, could you imagine if like your chick said something like that to you? Like, that would be freaking weird as hell. But that whole movie is just weird. It's just full of absurdities. But that was kind of the point of the movie, was to be like way overboard.
And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right?
They even have a scene where like these parents are homeschooling their kids, and they have these people they invited over, their neighbors, and then they're having like this kind of coffee conversation with their neighbors, and the neighbors are like, you know, they say to the neighbors, oh yeah, he's homeschooled, and they're like, yeah, but don't you feel like he's missing out on the experience of being in a public school? And they were like, oh no, they're like, we want to make sure that he has, I think the kid's name was Kevin, like, we want to make sure that he has the full experience of being in a public school. And so they cut to all these crazy moments where the parents are doing things to like torment him. One of the scenes they have was the kid sitting upstairs in his bedroom on his bed with his mom sitting next to him, dressed up to look like some other younger chick, and she's like, hey, she's like, so and so said that she thinks we should go all the way, and then the mom proceeds to like kiss him on the lips, and like, not like, you know, she like bites on his lip a little bit when she kisses him, and it's like, oh man, it's so crazy. Wentz throws, oh, a comeback route, basically broken play, but they completed it and get the first down. Remember when you see Scary Movie 5 in theaters, and my mom and I saw Santa's rear end. Wow.
Great patience in the pocket, of course. It's easy to be patient with the protection.
But yeah, if you haven't seen Movie 43, I mean, if you're able to watch it, then I would consider giving it a watch. I mean, it's not like a great movie, but it's just got like a lot of absurd things in it that you're just like, wow. It'll just make you say wow like about 30 times. Another really funny movie, actually I think it's pretty funny. If you've ever seen The 300, you have to see the movie Meet the Spartans. It's another spoof movie. That movie is hilarious. It's so damn hilarious. You know, I need to just buy that movie, actually. That movie is just so damn funny. I haven't seen it in so long. It's so damn hilarious, though.
You're excited about hitting him in the first half? Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down now, it's Howard.
Oh, Jordan Howard's ruled out for the game today. Hashtag make Baker buy it. You know, you don't have to make me buy it. I'm going to buy it. I actually bought... I bought Resident Evil. Why are you about to leave?
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task.
Gamer, dude, you just don't love me anymore. That's what it is, man. You fell out of love with Baker. Whoa, what the hell was that?
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
You're currently eating at Texas Roadhouse. What the hell? You're eating a Texas Roadhouse roll. Yum. You need to get ready for work, man. You bum ass. You need to call off work so you can stay here with me. No, it's fine. Get that money. Get that money, my dude. Get that money.
Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep for
Oh, I do love you, but you're never here to love me back, man. I'd show you love, but you're not here to show me love. Oh, what a punt! Oh, wow, downed it at the 1. Lucky I have to eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or pizza rolls. What, for breakfast? The hell? Come to Texas Roadhouse, yeah, in Texas. Okay, I'll be right there, man. I'll be right there. Don't you worry.
The New England offense to see what they can do this time. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess you could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
Yeah, 99 yards to go if they want to do just that. In his own end zone, it's Brady, and it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And he's able to get this across
for lunch.
Before being taken down.
Yeah, well, Gamer's like 2 hours behind, so he's eating a Texas Roadhouse roll for breakfast.
Second tour of duty for Watson with the Patriots. Remember, New England drafted him way back.
Or an hour behind, sorry, at least. He's Central Time, so he's still eating a Texas Roadhouse roll for breakfast.
But decided to come back for one more.
It's 10 o'clock for him.
With the Patriots, and they might need him, especially with Rob Gronkowski no longer in uniform. And able to find a little space, he gets this up over the 15 to the 16.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a.
You know, I haven't even drank my cafe mocha this morning. I actually got up at like 9:30, 9:35. Because I was so tired after last night, man. Oh, so Donovan asked earlier the story about last night, guys. So I have an interesting story. So I can't explain. There's huge gaps because I don't know what started the whole thing. I only heard like bits and pieces, and even then I wasn't really trying to listen. So I was sitting downstairs last night playing a video game on my TV, my big nice TV, and I was looking out my living room window because in my living room window I can see there's like the main intersection of our road is there, and I'm not like on a busy road, but it's the intersection usually gets, you know, there's usually enough cars there where it can get backed up or whatever. You've seen it in Discord? Yeah, this is just for everyone else too. Anyone who's not in Discord too. So I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I see this car come driving down the street in the general direction of my house, and then all of a sudden I hear it smash. Well, like the car literally, it just kept driving, and it drove straight into a utility pole and like spun around like a little bit. Like it smashed a utility pole and like spun around the pole. The guy hit it. He hit it head on, practically. Not straight head on. It was like maybe to like the left side of his car, like more on the driver's side, which is weird why you choose to hit that side of your car against a utility pole. And like literally like 2 seconds later, or maybe shortly after, like it was very quick after he hit, all of a sudden I saw cop lights, police lights, and I'm like, what the hell, like how did they get here so fast? So that was like my first question, was how the hell did they get here so fast? Well then, like I was looking out the window. I got out of my seat because I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I got up out of my seat, got closer to the window, and then I saw this guy like walking across he was walking on the sidewalk across my house, but he was like jumping around and flailing his hands. Like, I don't know what the hell he was doing. It was acting really weird. And then I was looking at the car. Well, then like a couple more cop cars show up, and the cops like they go look in the car, and like there's no one in the car. And I'm trying to figure out, like, I'm like, how the hell is there no one in the car? Then I'm like, oh shit, that was the person who got out of that car. Literally was like walking. They just started walking down the street. Like that was the person who was jumping around. I'm like, first off, I don't even know how the hell the guy got out of the car. Like, I'm surprised he even survived that. The way he hit that pole. Like, I wasn't even focused on the guy getting out of his car. I was focused on how the utility pole, the whole thing, it knocked down over the middle of the street, and then the street light itself crashed into the ground. Like, they broke the street light altogether. It smashed the street light. So I was enamored just by that part of it. I wasn't even paying attention to the fact that this guy was getting out of his car. He had to leave out of the window. The guy had to dive out of his window because his door wasn't open. At least I'm certain he dove out of the window. And so the cop, like, the one cop was like, he goes over to the car, he shines his light in there, there's no one in there, and then he like looks back at me looking out the window, and he's like holding his hands out, like, and basically gesturing like, which way did he go? And I pointed like which way I saw him go. So then I got on my shoes, ran out of the house, and then even though I pointed earlier, the cop was across the street, and he goes, hey, did you see which way he went? I'm like, dude, I think that's him, like, right down there. He's on the sidewalk down the street, like about a quarter mile down. And he goes, okay. He takes off running. The cop just takes off running, and then like another cop shows up. He takes off running too. And then like I was like, oh fuck this. So I went back in my house because I'm like, who knows? Like, I guess if that's not him, there's some crazed lunatic running around. Oh, down goes Brady. Down goes Brady. There's some crazed lunatic running around in my neighborhood, and who knows if this guy's packing or something like that. You know, who knows, right? So I went back in my house and like locked my door. I locked my back door and shit. And then like about a few minutes transpire and go by. So I'm like, you know what? I want to check to see what's going on. Because then there's all these cop cars that showed up in front of the house. So then I went out and then I looked down the street, and here there was a cop car down the street. There was a few of them down the street and guys walking around down there. They come back down, and then I see them. They come back down, and then they take someone out of the car, and this guy's handcuffed, and he's got like this camouflage like hoodie on, and they're talking to this guy, and this guy's like yelling at them, saying whatever. Like, I couldn't even make out what he was saying because they were across the street. But I did see him gesturing with his handcuffs and stuff. Like, he was moving, or he was very animated. So he could have been under the influence, or he could just been like just really pissed off. And out of bounds. Damn. So he was like very animated, to say the least. And it looked like that was the guy who ran. I don't know. I couldn't see him because it was so dark when he was walking in front of the sidewalk. So like I have no idea if that was really the guy. I'm assuming it was, because they made it seem like they knew who they were chasing. And I heard one of the cops say something about like domestic violence or something like that. All right, the field goal is good. So what the hell?
It was daunting to begin with, wasn't it? But I thought overall a very poised and efficient drive to get 3 points.
Right. So yeah, so either way, so this guy ended up getting arrested, but man, like I took pictures. That dude's car was jacked. I'm surprised they got the car removed last night. They got it towed. They cleaned up the whole intersection. That was why I was up so late though, because it was like about 3 a.m. before I went to bed. And that car was just like, it may not be considered totaled, but it was pretty well blasted. Because, I mean, it hit that utility pole. The guy clearly had to go up over the curb.
Down at the 28-yard line.
All right, so Philly's got a minute and a half left
And in a spot like this,
to see if they get some points before the half.
If you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Go, go. Waiting.
Wentz now on first
Wentz
down.
back to throw. Caught. Oh, huge play by Jeffrey. Gets out of bounds. Stops the clock. Wow. Turns over the whole field in one play. Jeez.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles.
Oh, look, Darren Sproles is still in the game. Yay. He's not retired yet. He's still playing in spirit.
And it'll be 2nd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
The hell? That is kind of weird.
On 2nd and 1.
Another first down.
Off to Sproles. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Yeah.
Shotgun.
Wentz looking. He got someone. He just came across to the right. Oh, Wentz is going to take it himself and slide to the 4. All right, so they got one timeout left, so still plenty of time here to do some level of damage. Whether it's a field goal or a touchdown will be the difference, of course. You're back. You were never here, were you? I forgot you were even here, man. Because you haven't said anything. Because you weren't here. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 4 yards out, and the Eagles have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're
As here at the beginning of the first time.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
So Baker saw a guy hit a post, and he was like, what the f. Yeah, I just explained the whole thing, dude. Like, literally. You were making your pizza rolls. Why are you making your pizza rolls anyways, dude? Where's your parents at, Tyrod? The hell? The hell? Work? On a Sunday? Why are they working on Sunday? What? Why do you demand so much of your parents that they gotta work on the weekends, man? They're working to support your clothing needs. And your pizza roll needs. Your mom's a bartender. Wow. She make any drinks for you? And your dad left. Wait, what? Oh, so you only. Oh, I see. So your mom's a single mom?
to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Single parent, the 77th greatest team in NFL history. Oh my God. Okay.
Marching back onto the field, and
Yeah, sometimes. What do you mean, yeah, sometimes? How is that sometimes? You said your dad left, so that means he's out of the picture. So then she's a single parent then, right? I mean, I don't... How is that sometimes?
Make sure he touches it a few times.
Like, is your dad still in the picture, or
use him as a decoy a little bit
somehow?
in the hands of some other people in order to put more points
like,
on
is
the
in
board.
divorced?
But he's done a really nice job of establishing them.
When she's in dating someone, that's not the same. That's not the same thing, dude. Should you play rugby? Sure, why not? If you want to get your head beat in. Dad went to go get milk and never came back. Yeah, he got milk from somewhere else. That's not the same thing, though, dude. So, I mean, so basically she's a single mom. She's not, like... Because you're dating someone, that they're not your parent all of a sudden. Like, you got to be married before that's... In my book, at least, you got to be married before you're considered a parent. Officially. Or at least, you know, they got to be together for a little while. All right, so we're at the end of the first half. Philadelphia leading 7-3. I believe, didn't New England have the ball first? I can't remember who got the ball first. Maybe it was Philly.
Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports halftime report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over
Thanks, Coach.
to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
All I know, the closest I've gotten to playing rugby is in the parade for frickin' the parade for Independence Day. They have like a rugby some rugby dudes who come around with the rugby balls and they throw them into the not in a parade, to a parade, butthead. They have these rugby guys come down and they throw the ball to people in the crowd, and you get so they'll throw them to you and you get to throw them back to them. So like every year, like that's one of the things my brother and I look forward to is, you know, you hold your hand up, let them throw the ball to you, and then, you know, being able to toss the rugby ball with them is pretty neat. Aside from that, I'm just there for the candy, so it's free candy. They throw free candy to you, so I mean.
Or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what
you just need to make sure that you sit close to where kids are at, because otherwise you have no chance of getting candy, because they don't throw candy to older people, even though like we all could use some candy in our lives.
Without a doubt, show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll begin the drive with Howard, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that.
Yes, dude, I want to see it. I want to see Josh McCown, the backup. I want to see him lead Philadelphia to a Super Bowl and win it and get Super Bowl MVP. And that way Philadelphia can say they've had 2 backup quarterbacks in their team's history that have won a Super Bowl and got Super Bowl MVP. I want to see it bad.
Yeah, 2 first downs, and how about that second one? What a nice.
So remember, guys, Jordan Howard is out for the game today.
I'm telling you, they're going to start to think this game is easy
for anyone who that matters to.
Like this.
Jordan Howard is out today.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10.
What the heck is that? Okay.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard.
Oh, incomplete. Wentz would probably shoot himself if that happened. Oh man, that's not funny,
We've seen
man.
good cover skills on display throughout this game, really,
Maybe.
for both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Sproles. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite
Sproles
as
came
well
out of retirement for
because
this
you're
game,
headed towards the ball
guys.
carrier with abandon.
He wanted to say hi one last
Third down,
time.
a nickel formation here defensively.
Remember, guys. So you know what? You can blame Matt. You can talk to EA about that.
And taking it across midfield.
If they can keep their rosters up to date game day, then that will be the case.
For an Eagle first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, with excellent pace.
I don't even bother with that anymore because honestly, it doesn't really matter that much. But they only update the rosters like once a week or something like that. So I mean, it's not, they don't really update before, they should update before game day, but they don't.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 43. Sproles.
Oh,
And an alley to run.
that was a nice
Carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
counter play.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
You will update me once a week? Oh, baby. Give me your upload. I'll give you a full season download of Baker. Oh, a flag. Uh-oh.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So, of course, face mask. That's the usual. That's the usual call in those situations. There's a lot of face masks.
Penalty moves him into the red
There seems to be a lot of face masks in this game. I don't feel like games have that much face mask anymore. Maybe illegal hands to the face. Oh,
A quick pass out to Aguilar. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
but not really that much face mask. You don't really see that much face mask anymore.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion,
Maybe it's just me, but I feel like you don't see that
gained,
much.
So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed.
So Microsoft they didn't email me back, although I think that was on Friday that they said something about 24 hours. So I feel like I'm gonna wait till Monday, and if I don't get something Monday, then I'm gonna message them back on Tuesday and be like, hey, your guy said that you guys were gonna send me some email on.
This is Howard on 2nd down.
You said 24 hours about this thing, and it's been over 24 hours.
That'll be a
So
loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Wentz back to pass, and
This one complete to Sproles. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display.
I can't
right
believe
there.
though that
To him before he ever had a chance to
Madden
think about
EA
turning
actually
upfield.
predicted that Brown Steelers matchup, though, like
Comes the Eagle kicker,
exact
Jake
score.
Elliott on 4th down.
like that was absurd and just insane. And the kick is up, and it is good. So Philadelphia takes a 1-possession lead. So it's still it was already a 1-possession lead, but still a 1-possession lead.
Good little drive there, but ultimately
But
still
now,
got the
obviously, the
red
difference being a touchdown versus a field goal.
Negative, they didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown.
Oh, actually, never mind. They needed a touchdown before anyway, so
3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there.
I'm still waking up. Sorry. I need my Cafe Mocha, man. I'm so ugh. I think I'm gonna make some eggs for breakfast or something, or for lunch. Make some scrambled eggs. Yum. I just take 4 eggs, put them in a frying pan, scramble them up, and then I'm good.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards.
Man, you guys are so talkative today.
NFL,
You know, you guys just really need to stop talking so much.
That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Something about Sundays, I guess.
1st and 10 at their own 24. They begin with Michel on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Brady
Oh!
He's able
Wow.
to muscle him here as he pulls it in.
I'm surprised they still don't have Josh Gordon playing for New England at this point. Because we know EA loved Josh Gordon even when he was injured. They refused to take him out.
Tom Brady needing a 4th quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the 4th quarter.
Oh, that must have been a holding on the offense, probably. Oh, wow, pass interference.
We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
You don't see that often.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Man, Philly has everyone in coverage. What? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What was the flag for there? Oh, my goodness, please.
Well, when you're leading
Ouch.
in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now you're
Flag, you try to tackle him. How dare you? How dare you try to tackle him?
You can't have those kind
That's a
of plays.
penalty. Wow, this game is so weird. It's so iffy because it seems like there's only certain, like, I feel like there's certain scripted times where they call penalties for tackling someone out of bounds because they don't seem to, it doesn't seem to always call that. It just seems like certain times it does, though. Damn, he got blasted.
The average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Are they safety blitzing both guys? They might be. I don't know. Damn. All right, he got his yardage back and maybe one more.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back.
See what I said earlier about football teams playing at the Cowboys Stadium next Saturday? Oh, that's cool. No, I saw something about you saying in the second round of the playoffs. That part I saw, but I know it was the Cowboys Stadium. Wow, really? Where's your? How do you not have linebackers in the middle of the field in the at the goal line essentially? Like usually, I think most teams you have like people there, but it looked like they may have sent them for a blitz. I'm not really sure.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Nick Folk for the point after.
All right, so tie game, guys. Tie game. Less than 4 minutes left to play.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown.
And I don't feel like teams ever do that, right? I mean, I don't feel like anyone... Medium steak is not disgusting. Whoever said it was. When I go to Bob Evans, I usually ask them to cook my steak medium because they're not a steakhouse and they're not really great at cooking steak. So they usually seem to overcook it no matter what you order. So by saying medium, I usually get medium well or medium well.
This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
So at Bob Evans, you always want to order like one, like
to take over possession. And last time they got 3 points.
One what quality rating less than what you would normally get, just to counter the ability, their inability to know how to cook steak.
They didn't punch it in for 6 points, but they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points. And in this league,
So because Duke Johnson is playing his 10th game, the Browns are going to get a 3rd-round pick for Duke Johnson.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be
From
found
Houston, of course.
whatsoever. Second
If
and
that
10.
wasn't clear.
Seems pretty obvious defensively.
Wait, you like your steaks medium well? No, I'm saying that,
to me, it's
like, well, usually I would get medium well because,
and you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about
like
the
a
top
good steak
plays
place will know how to cook that.
the best runs for the top running back,
Places that aren't steak places don't know how to cook that.
and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Hey, I mean, I'll just put it this way: if you end up getting sick from eating bad steak, like you end up getting like mad cow disease or something like that,
I know many people like
then I want you to come back to me and tell me disgusting, because I usually try to avoid getting sick because of uncooked meat at all possible costs. So I don't mind some pink, but not like I don't need it bleeding. And I don't feel like getting a disease that can kill me from eating poorly cooked, uncooked steak. Medium rare, nah, that's too much, dude. Medium rare is too, that's too undercooked. That's way too undercooked.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up.
Dude, that's a huge risk though, man. Like that's a serious risk. If you end up with getting a disease, man, that's something that can kill you.
Didn't happen on that play.
And once again, they go with Sproles. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
You are way too undercooked. Yes, I'm pink inside, gamer. I'm very pink. But so are you, my friend. So are you, my friend.
So it's Eagle football here as we
Yay. Yay what?
and they're facing a big 3rd
Oh my gosh,
down
3rd and
in
long.
this
Why does it seem so
tie-ball
far? Or so it seems closer than like
game. On 3rd
14.
down, this is Howard.
Wow, really? That's your play on 3rd down and 14? A
And
run
now
play?
right out of the 2-minute
When the
break.
game's on the line? I
Timeout
mean,
used
isn't that a little
defensively with a
sketchy?
minute 56 to go.
I feel like you pass that ball, you do something safe, but you try to get something that'll get you more yards and just run it and give up, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Oh, I think that stayed in about. Wow, what a punt! Wow.
That one perfectly, partner.
Wow, that was a great punt. Holy hell. Out at the 1. I cannot believe that. That's the second ball. That's the second punt that dude's had that's gone out at the 1.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Will they get a safety? I would be blitzing everyone. Like, how do you not just automatically send everyone at the 1? Because you know they're gonna run. I mean, there's like a 99% chance that they run that play. They run the ball. Like, you send everyone when someone's backed up against the 1 like that.
Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores.
What the hell was that? Did you hear someone laughing?
On second down and 4, Brady. And this one brought in by Sanu.
All right, I feel like this is going to overtime now, guys. It's my opinion.
7 yards there and a first down. Might not be anyone.
Because they're not hurrying up exactly. They're just letting the clock drain. New England's down to 2 timeouts right now. Less than a minute left in the game in the 4th quarter. Probably a timeout there. No timeout. Wow. Yeah, I guess they're content with just letting this game go to overtime, I guess. Because they're not running hurry-up offense. Oh, shit, they are, but they took off so much time. Oh, shit. Wow, and they get out of bounds.
15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
I don't like how they don't seem to have like that many people. Wow, out of bounds. Okay, 5 seconds off.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 7 yards.
So they need about 21 yards right now to be in Madden field goal range.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Brady.
That was kind of a play action, I guess. Oh, he dropped it. Incomplete. Wow.
So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was trying to go back to Edelman, and it's 3rd and short.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Wow, how do you let him get that wide over the middle of the field?
Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds.
Now they're at the 31.
The football game.
Philadelphia needs to come up with a big play right here. They need a good defensive play. If I'm you, I'm just sending everyone. You blitz the hell out of this thing because you know they're gonna run.
On the ground is Michelle.
At the 30. All right, so that's their final timeout. 5 seconds left. They're just at the right spot to be able to hit the field goal, but we'll see.
So here now is the kicker, Nick Folk. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Oh, snap. Philly trying to ice. Man, I am so hungry right now. Your tablet died because you're a scrub? Well, dude, like, seriously, man.
So here now is the kicker,
How could
Nick
you?
Folk. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win.
The kick is up, and it's good. No, he missed it. What the heck? Wide left? Wow, wide left. Oh my god. I thought it was just like just barely went over, but no, he went wide left. Oh. Oh my god, with 1 second left. The Philadelphia fans are going nuts here in Philly. Wow, that's crazy.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
Wentz looking. He just heaves it up deep and batted away, incomplete. So we're going to OT now. Damn. Damn, son. All right, well, while they just determined who's getting the ball, I'm gonna go make some cafe mocha because I need something to
Let's see
drink.
if they are in line with Charles Davis. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. The safety, Patrick Chung, is the one who makes the stop.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. He did not have a catch till that moment. Pretty good time for his first one, though, here in OT.
I would agree with that. And just think about how they had to cycle through all the play sheets, right? Tried to find ways to get a lot of people the football. In this case, as you said, he hadn't had a catch all game. Now they find him in a key moment. Really well done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Wentz. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll try and run it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Wentz, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, what happened?
So 3rd down.
Sorry, guys.
And Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4-down territory begin, possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you.
I was fully expecting to come back up here and the game be over.
You gotta understand your team and know what your play calls
3rd down
are.
and 9
What do you have
at
that
New
you
England's
think you're
47.
confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be
Wentz
more
back to
than
pass.
3
Looks, throws. Oh, he had it. Then he dropped it. Oh,
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
wow.
Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still.
Boo.
This distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play
You
some
need to
field
make that
position,
catch, man.
Make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot.
Hashtag
But
go
if you
for
feel
it.
really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
Remember, this is continuous OT, guys, so someone has to win. Oh, he shanked the punt. Wow. I feel like it's like 20-yard punt. Actually, barely even that. Wow. So they gave New England the ball at their own 32, but wow, what a shitty punt. Of course, so the guy gets like multiple punts that go to the one, and then he shanks the one that matters the most, possibly. Typical EA.
So when things go rocky early, he can't just exit out and ask someone else to pick things up.
Oh man. Yeah, I had to fill up my Keurig, my water tank in my Keurig. That's what took me so long to make my stuff. Aside from washing my cup out.
On the ground, this is Michelle. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And it's Michelle once again.
Oh, he gets the first.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays.
What the? JJ's undies? What? That is bad as JJ's undies? What the heck? What the heck, dude? Pat's win, it's rigged.
It's Michelle. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Brady now going to leave it with Michelle on the draw. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Now another timeout called for by the offense.
3rd down and 8
step aside here
at their 46.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. What can Brady do now with his
Going deep. Oh my gosh. Caught. Got the first.
18 big yards on that one and a New England first down. And something tells me the moment of overtime won't be too big for number 12, Tom Brady.
Well, the best that have ever played have always taken big moments and treated them as little moments, right? Each play is going to be kind of the same, but they know how to rise to the occasion as well. And let's face it, Tom Brady, I think he'll enjoy playing in overtime and trying to be the guy that leads his team to victory.
The previous play is under review.
I can't show that Alanitis. That's funny, but I can't show that. Receiver had possession. Isn't it a matter of whether he was in bounds? Is that what we're talking about? I'm not really sure. Oh, I guess that's the same difference, right? Yeah, they kept the ruling on the field stands.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So obviously New England can win this with a field goal right now because Philly already had their turn. So
from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, D.
They'll run it. This is Michelle. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
So they're back in field goal range, at least Madden field goal range.
A whole lot of good for your entire offense, but I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
From the 29, Brady. That's caught by the tight end Lacoste. And he'll be a couple.
Well, yeah, but they were further back. Now they're in the 22, so
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final time.
why are they even bothering to take timeouts? I mean, they know that it's a continuous OT, so I mean, unless they're going to kick a field goal now, but I doubt that. Oh, he lost a yard. You have mental issue, you guess. Yeah, I think so, Illinois. I think so too, man. I think you're mental. All right, so that's the end of the first OT period.
One overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that 2nd overtime in just a moment. On 2nd and 11 now. Brady.
Throwing deep. Oh, picked off in the end zone. Oh, shit. What? Wow. Oh, my God. Oh, wow.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game.
Your phone's pissing you off. It won't let you finish the sentence, but you finished it, though.
But I think that they both desperately want
His
to
feet
win
were
it.
definitely in
Sometimes
bounds,
you
and
do
his
those
butt
things
landed
and
before he
at
went
least
before he
get
fell out
it
of
done.
bounds. So wow, Philadelphia, wow, gets new life.
Head back on the field and hoping to do better
New
than
hope.
they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate.
Who's
Leverage
expecting is to be
guys.
one
Win the
play
line of scrimmage.
touchdown
If you
right
do
now.
that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to
That's what I'm thinking is going to happen.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Nope.
Start out on the ground with
I thought it was going to be a
And the
bomb pass play.
reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. This being their 2nd opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few 1st downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it.
The heck?
But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Throwing now is Wentz. It's brought in.
Oh, what a catch!
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's actually not a Super Bowl rematch
Time and effort and thought that they put into
because
the passing
Nick
game
Foles doesn't play for
because it was
Philadelphia
evident right
anymore.
there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch.
And the teams aren't the same since then, of course, as well either. Tomorrow I find out if I got this new sales associate job. Alan Knight, someone else was in here saying some. Oh, it was Tanner who was saying something about the Gophers. They lost or something.
2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
Well, that's cool though. That should be exciting though, right?
They run with Howard.
Oh.
He's
Oh shit! He's gone! The 30, 20, 10. That's game. Philadelphia wins. The Eagles got a better QB. Oh boy, Mike. Oh boy. Are you really? You're really going there? All right, so Philadelphia wins, guys. Eagles win. Fly, Eagles, fly. That was the OT period. What the hell? They both had the exact same reaction. They both just grabbed their helmets and jumped down. Look at that. What the hell? That was so weird. Carson Wentz is talking to the camera.
whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted for
Wow.
what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got.
I told you it was going to be a big play. My timing was bad,
What a game.
but
So that'll
I've watched
do
enough
us
Madden
for
Sims at this
reporter
point that
Charles
I know
Davis
like how
of
they
the
do it.
hardworking men and
There's
women of our
definitely
crew.
the Sims are definitely scripted to some
You've been
extent.
watching the NFL right here.
I don't know how they determine who wins or loses, but there's definitely some scripting going on in there.
We say so long from Philadelphia.
Because they basically set it up when they were going back and forth. They weren't. Neither team was really doing much. Then Tom Brady makes a huge mistake by throwing that interception in the end zone. Like I just felt like a big play was going to be the one to end the game, and sure enough, that's how it ended. All right, guys. Well, that is it. So everyone who bet on Philadelphia won their bet. So good job, guys. Again, so Madden thinks. I mean, clearly he was, because he was able to stay healthy and he was able to do what Carson Wentz was unable to do. He was able to take his team to a Super Bowl and get a Super Bowl win. And Carson Wentz has been in Philadelphia for what, like 4 years now, 5 years maybe? I think he's coming to the end of his rookie contract, and he won some games, but he did not take his team to the Super Bowl, nor did he win a Super Bowl. Only he won a Super Bowl because of Nick Foles. So that's all I can really say, right? I mean, it's not like he hasn't had chances to win. So, all right, guys. So that is all for today, dudes. Thanks for everyone who stopped by today, guys, to check out the simulations. EA looks like they're saying Philadelphia might have the edge over New England today, so we'll see what happens. No. What do you mean, no? Yes. CC, senor. Thanks for everyone who stopped by today to watch the games. We're not done this debate. What? Done with this debate? Well, if you want to debate, Mike, you can talk in Discord, dude. So thanks everyone for all your support, dudes. Appreciate it very much. Next time I'll be streaming tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next week is my last week before vacation. I'm on vacation the week after, so I'm going to be trying to do a little bit more like with broadcasting in general next week. So the week of Thanksgiving, so that should be pretty fun, I think. But thanks again, guys. Appreciate it. Again, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. We'll be doing the Monday Night Sim as usual. And until next time, guys, bye-bye.